All right, so what is bullying again? Bullying is when someone is intentionally or purposely trying to hurt you in some way, right? When someone, makes fun of you and you tell them to stop, they don't stop, but they continue to do it over and over again, knowing that it's hurtful. And at that point, that is considered bullying. Again, bullying is when someone's trying to hurt you intentionally and purposely, right? So now, if you find yourself in a bullying situation, what do we do? Well, years ago, I was able to take class from a gentleman named Dave Kovar, Hanshi Dave Kovar, who's considered in the martial arts community the teachers of teachers. And he did a lesson on what he called the ABC of conflict avoidance. Now, I took that information and I transferred it into our lesson when it comes to bully prevention. So what is the ABC of conflict avoidance, or the ABC of bully prevention in our case, right? So A, what's A? A stands for avoid potentially dangerous situation. So if you're in school and you know there's a known bully out there, or somebody that is bullying you, just avoid them as much as possible, right? Go hang out someplace else. Hang out with the people that are gonna treat you well and respect you. Don't be around that person. So avoid potentially dangerous situation. Don't be there, right? Now, a lot of times that's hard to do. If we can do it, fantastic. But when you're, maybe when you're in school, sometimes it's just very difficult, right? They're always there, they're there every day. You can only hang out in certain areas and it's difficult to avoid them. So now you're confronted by that bully. What do you do next? Next is B. Breathe and be calm. Breathe and be calm. The purpose of breathing and being calm is so that way you can control your emotions. A lot of times when there's a bully that is in front of us, our anxieties start to go up. We get frustrated, we get mad, we become fearful, right? All these emotions are going to start flying. And if we don't, if we don't control our emotions, we become what's called reactive, and we start making poor choices, and will make the situation worse. So if you're ever confronted in a situation where you cannot avoid bullying, whoever is bullying you is in front of you and you're in that moment, one of the first things that you need to do is breathe and be calm. Take a deep breath. Breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Take a deep breath. I also like to keep distance so that way I can become a little bit calmer. So B stands for breathe and be calm. Now, at that point, once you're able to have a clear mind, the C stands for communicate with confidence. Communicate with confidence. Here at the Karate School, one of the things that we always try to teach and learn is to build our confidence, right? To build our confidence. A lot of studies have shown bullies like to go after people or kids that lack that self-confidence, right? Those are what they call the easy targets. Bullies aren't looking to work really hard. They want it very easy for them. And so they look for those kids that are easy target, and those are the ones that lack confidence. To show that you have confidence and to communicate that you have confidence, even when you're just walking around, your body language will communicate a lot. My suggestion to you is when you walk around, learn. If you're not doing it already, if you're doing it, fantastic, right? Keep on doing it. But if you're not doing it, you want to be mindful to walk around with your chin up, shoulder back, body up straight, and just walk with that confidence, right? Try not to have your head down, shoulders slouched down, and dragging your feet, right? You want to portray yourself as somebody that is not an easy target, right? So walk or communicate with confidence starts with that body language. Now, if you have to use your words, right, say with an assertive tone, an assertive voice. Like, for example, if I want that person to back away, with the confidence, I'm gonna put my hands up, open up my hands like this. This is a universal sign saying, I don't want any trouble, but I'm ready to protect myself. And I'm gonna do it confidently, right? I'm gonna say, back away, move away, leave me alone, right? Short little directionals, just like I did it. Just keep it short. You don't have to have a long conversation. With good body posture and an assertive tone, you just tell them to back away, right? Now, if you're able to communicate with that confidence, what happens the chances of you being bullied reduces. It really reduces, right? Bullies, I want to make sure you guys understand this and try to remember this, all right? Bullies do not have an alternative plan. They just have an alternative victim or an alternative target. So don't be that target, don't be that victim. Communicate yourself, communicate with confidence in your words and in your body language, right? So A, avoid potentially dangerous situation. B, breathe and be calm. C, communicate with confidence. D stands for don't make the situation worse. Don't make the situation worse, right? So what do I mean by that? So if you're not able to avoid potentially dangerous situations, just too much, it's just too difficult. You have a hard time controlling your emotion by breathing and being calm. You lack maybe the confidence, that confidence factor is not there yet for you. Hopefully it will be, but it's not just there just yet. So D, don't make the situation worse. What I always say, when it gets to that point and you've done everything that you can, right? Go look for a trusted adult. Go get their help. Have them help guide you through this situation, right? Could be a teacher, the principal, and your parents, right? It could be any trusted adult. Go to them and get their help and help them guide you through this situation, right? And then one more is E, environment. Be aware of your environment, right? Again, it kind of goes back to A, avoid potential dangerous situation, but also be aware of your environment. Know where you can walk away, know where the help is, how far the help is, and who you can go to for help. And when you do walk away, or try to get away from the bully, one thing I suggest, don't run away from the bully. Studies have shown when someone runs away from a bully, what happens is that bully actually ends up chasing you. So again, going back to that confidence, just walk away with confidence, right? And look to see what's around that could be helpful, right? Where you can go to exit out, or where you can see maybe a teacher or yard duty teacher or some kind of trusted adult. So be aware of your environment, be aware of your surroundings, right? So those are the ABC of conflict avoidance, and in our case, the ABC of bully prevention.